is to surrender the child to the Lord. So that is how in many of the Brahmin houses, they'll remove drishti. They'll ask, they'll chant Swasti Vachan. They will ask Lord for the protection of the children. So this is actually the culture. In some places, they do it every day also for the children, and it is good. So when Gaurchandra used to smile, sitting in a secluded place, who can put drishti on Krishna? But still, that parental love has the concern for the Lord. Like if you know this verses, Palland, 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 Pallairatand. These verses are written by Periyalvar, chanted by Periyalvar. And Periyalvar went to, there's a place near Madurai. He was called in Madurai for having a competition with a so-called very expert Gyani. And Lord wanted Periyalvar to go and win the competition. Here Periyalvar was very scared because he was into only flower kankariam, flower making. He thought, who am I? How can I don't know. I am not so learned. How can I go and debate with a scholarly person? Their king of Madurai, Pandya Raja, he was also summoned by the Lord that ask Periyalvar to come and debate with this scholarly person. So now Periyalvar is brought. Lord told him, just you open the mouth, I will speak through your mouth. And in this way, Periyalvar wins the competition. At the time, Periyalvar is made to sit on elephant's back, and he is taken a ride in the whole of the Madurai streets, glorifying him. Everybody were praising him. At that time, Lord comes to bless him. As soon as Periyalvar sees Lord, he says, hey, don't come before everyone. People have bad eye on you. Then he chants this verse. Pallandu, Pallandu, Pallandu. I'm just praying for your, this is Swasti Vachan. I'm praying for your suraksha. Somebody can ask for his protection. To whom is Periyalvar praying? The Lord says, what will happen to me? I am the protector of everyone. Why are you scared? See, I have Garuda with me. Then he gives Pallandu for the Garuda also. Then he says, don't worry, I have Sudarshan. Then he gives Pallandu for the Sudarshan also. He said, we don't know. It's all the bad eye. Just see, this is a Swasti Vachan, Swasti Kavach, which devotee in the Vatsala Rasa has for the Lord. Mishra bole, Krishna tumi, Rakshita sabara, Putra prati, Shubhadrishti, Gariba amaro. Then Mishra used to pray to Lord, oh Lord, you are the protector, please, Shubhadrishti, give a merciful glance on my son. Ye tumhara charana, kamala smriti kare, kabhu vignana aise kahana mandire. तुम्हारा स्मरण ही ना ये पाप स्थान तथाय ढाकिनी भूत अधिष्ठान. So whoever remembers your lotus feet will never face these problems at the home, these disturbances. Those sinful places where you are not remembered are the residences of ghosts, witches, and evil spirits. So that is why in the house prayers are done. No negative elements come. Wherever Krishna is prayed, even if the elements come, they just pray to Krishna and go. They will not create disturbances. See here, very clearly it has been said, they will not create disturbances. So wherever Lord is prayed, no ghosts enter. They don't dare to enter. Chanting of the holy name gives that special kavach. That is why chanting has been emphasized in this Kali Yuga. Because I don't believe in ghosts. I don't believe in this witches. Whether you believe, whether you don't believe, these exist. And even if you don't want to believe, the people near you are also resembling them. The present day modern people also resemble ghosts and witches only. You see the way the girls dress, they're no less than witches. The way the boys, they shave their head and they have their hairstyle, they really look like ghosts only. They're disturbing element in the society. So you don't have to have a subtle element. Even a gross disturbing element is also compared to ghosts and witches. So such negativity should not come. Then what you should do? Just take the chanting mala and chant. Even if you go out also, just chant. Keep it with you. It is like an armor. It is like a kavach. You don't have to talk to anyone. You don't have to go blank-headed when you go out. You just chant the holy name. Your prescribed rounds you should do in the morning, where you're not disturbed. And where you're going to be disturbed, there you go on chanting. So just see. So chanting should be done everywhere. Just carry chanting mala. Then so-called gross witches, gross ghosts, subtle witches, subtle ghosts will not disturb you. Will always protect you. Places where forgetfulness of Vishnu is prominent are known as sinful places. Such places are inhabited by abominable species like ghosts, witches, evil spirits. So wherever Krishna is forgotten, that house is full of ghosts and witches. The person living there, that is also resembling ghosts. And that becomes a residence of ghosts, witches, and evil spirits. The devotees of the Lord are demigods. Wow, what a statement. So all the devotees are compared to saintly people, demigods. Because the devotees always remember the Lord. Wherever they reside, that place is Vaikuntha, that is sacred place. It is stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.2.33. Tathanate Madhava Tavakah Kvache Brashyanti Mrugata Tvai Baddha Suhaddaha Tvayabhigupta Vicharanti Nirbhaya Vinayakani Kapa Murdhasu Prabhu. O Madhava, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord of the Goddess of Fortune, Lord of the Goddess of Fortune. If devotees completely in love with you sometimes fall from the path of devotion, they do not fall like non-devotees, for you still protect them. Thus they fearlessly traverse the heads of their opponents and continue to progress in the devotional service. Apiche suduracharo bhajate ma mananyava sadureva samantavya samyak vyavasito hi sah, Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. The same meaning is there in this verse. Even if there is an accidental fall down, even if, still his fall down should not be compared to the fall down of an ordinary person. The fall down of an ordinary person is like attacked by the ghosts and the spirits. Fall down of a devotee is like more protection by Krishna. Krishna will not allow a devotee to fall down. There may be some accidental fall down, some deviation may happen. Sometimes some aparadhas may happen. But devotees are corrected by Krishna. Devotees are given more association, even if there is some aparadha. Then devotees give intelligence to the other devotees to protect the devotee. So that is why it is not a fall down compared to a materialistic people. In the Srimad Bhagavatam 11.10, Tvam sevatam surakuta bhavo antaraya swauka vilagya paramam vivitam padam te Anyasya barhishi balindhatah swabhagan datte padam tvam avitayadi vignamurdhini. So the demigods place many obstacles on the path of those who worship you to transcend the temporary abodes of the demigods and reach your supreme abode. Those who offer the demigods their assigned shares in sacrificial performances encounter no such obstacles. But because you are the direct protector of a devotee, he is able to step over the head of whatever obstacles the demigods place before him. So this is a test which is done by the demigods. It is again the will of Krishna only. Nobody can cross Krishna's will. The demigods place many challenges. And the devotees pray to the demigods to remove such obstacles, to go towards Krishna. So that is why devotees just pray to the demigods only for this purpose. That there should be no Vigna Yat Pada Pallava Gumvinidaya Kumbha Dvande Pranama Samesa Ganadiraja Vignan Vihitamanamasya Jagatriasya Govindamadi Purusham Tamam Bhajami. For that reason only the demigods are prayed. And sometimes a person doesn't have any share to give to the demigods and Krishna directly protects them. Also in the Srimad Bhagavatam 3.32.37, Sarira Manasa Divyah Vayyase Ye Cha Manushaha Bhautikascha Tatam Kleshah Badanti Hari Samshayam. So whoever has taken shelter of Krishna, even if so much of challenges are there, but still for him, what is there? What misery is there? There is no misery for a person who has taken shelter of Krishna. Daivi Hesha Gunamayi Mama Maya Gurutya Mameva Ye Prapadyante Maya Itam Taranti. Krishna says, my Devi Guna, Devi Maya is very powerful, very difficult to cross her. But then whoever has taken shelter of Krishna, no Adi Bhautik, Adi Daivik, Adi Adhyatmik Tapa affects him. In the Garuda Purana it is stated, Nacha Durvasa Shapo Vajram Chapi Shachi Patehe Antum Samartham Purusham Siddhiste Madhusudane. So whoever has been blessed by Madhusudana, who can curse the person? Very clearly it has been said. Who can curse? So that is why one should not be afraid of the curses also. One is protected by Madhusudana. Madhusudana protects, and here it is said nobody can curse like Durvasa. Nobody can threaten like Indra's thunderbolt, the husband of Sakshi. Even it is said whoever has taken the shelter of Madhusudana need not have to worry for these threats. In the Nardiya Purana it is stated, Yatra Puja Paro Vishnus Tatra Vigno Nabadate Raja Cha Taraschapi Vyadhayaschana Shantihi Santihi Pretaha Pishachaha Kusmanda Graha Bala Grahastatha Dakinyo Rakshasaste Chaiva Nabadaste Chutarchakam. Nobody can give any obstacles. Let that be a king or a thief or disease. So even if it comes, it will not be an obstacle in serving Krishna. And we have experienced, all of us have experienced it. Even though diseases can come, anything can come, that will not stop you in worshipping Krishna. That's a powerful statement. That will not stop you in serving Krishna. Even you may be in the dying state also. Still, your service to Krishna in the form of chanting of the holy name will not stop. That is the powerful statement which has been given. A person engaged in the worship of Achyuta cannot be checked by ghosts, witches, evil spirits, planets, sorceresses, and other demons. One may also refer to Bhakti Sandarbha in this regard. Even if tantras are put on the devotees, sometimes These negative elements are intentionally put. Intentionally, they want to kill the devotee. But devotees are having the kavach of Krishna. They cannot be killed by such tantras. Though they may do it, they may try to destroy your organ, destroy so many things. But avashya rakshive Krishna. Krishna protects. So there is always a dharma yuddha which goes on. If there is a devotee walking in the path of devotion, there will be negative elements who have a bad vision, bad eye. They may try to destroy his or her devotion. They'll try to put some tantras to destroy that person. Afterwards, what will happen? Krishna shows that how he protects. The mission never stops. In the same month last year, I have experience. That is why I speak so, so confidently. I just don't speak like that. I experience it and then speak. Always you should have an experiential talk. Last year, in the July month, after Devashayana Ekadashi, we had a nice kirtan, if you all remember. It is Pandharpur's Vitthala's day. I had gone to the doctor. He said everything perfectly fine. Next day, it shows that my liver is gone. And I knew it was not a disease. It was not a disease. Because if your liver is gone, then you should have some symptoms at least some days before. And the doctor whom I went just for a regular checkup, he is expert in the whole of Bombay. He would have told me, I ate my whole food. A person whose liver is gone cannot even eat anything. And I knew that my organ is destroyed intentionally. And I could understand that, realize that. I just chanted Lord's name and called a devotee. And that devotee sent from Swasti Vachan. And though the suffering was there because naturally your liver is destroyed, then artificially it has to be shown that doctors are needed and all those things. No doctors could do anything. No doctors could even cure it by the medicine. It was only Gayatri who did it by the natural treatment and the two offered food of Krishna that was given to me by Angel Mataji. So just see that, and I knew it is not a disease. It was not a disease, but my liver was completely destroyed. But liver has a capacity to again regain the strength. What a person should have, the limit of 30%, it was 300%. So such, because that time only we had booked the land, and this mission of Jagannath construction should not happen. So there are people, I have to face many challenges, and there are devotees who know them, who knows it also. So these happen, but one thing, avashya rakshive Krishna. Lord is there to protect in each and every step. So that is why even if such difficulties come, just chant Krishna's name. In fact, they thought that I'm going to just lie down. We had a wonderful Mangalarti. We had nice preaching sessions in Kandivali. The devotees have experienced. If a person's liver is gone, he should just lie down. No? So that is what is devotional service to Krishna. Devotional service to Krishna is never forgotten by Krishna. Krishna is there to protect in each and every step. That confidence that my Krishna will never leave me, that confidence every devotee should have. So here it said, evil demons that cause disturbances can reside only in places where chanting and hearing the glories of the Lord are not performed. As stated in Srimad Bhagavatam 10.6.3, Nayatra Shavanadi Rakshognani Swakarmasu Kurvanti Satvatam Bhaktur Yatu Dhanyascha Yatrahi. My dear king, wherever people in any position perform their occupational duties of devotion service by chanting and hearing Shravanam Kirtanam Vishnu, there cannot be any danger from bad elements. Therefore, there was no need for anxiety about Gokula while the Lord is personally present. So why take the tension? Oh, when am I going to go to Gokula? When am I going to reach to Gokula? Lord is present, Gokula is there. Then there will be a question, why such then things happen? That is just a test to show to the devotees that even if such things happen, like for Pandavas, many things happen. They were put in exile, lack houses, they were tried to be burned. Many things happened to them, but they never left Krishna's lotus feet. Krishna protected them in each and every circumstances. They had to face a war where they had to see so many things, misfortunes. But still, their faith in Krishna, especially Kunti Maharani's faith in Krishna, asking the devotees, asking the difficulties again and again, proves that devotees are not afraid of danger. Even if it comes, Krishna is there to protect. When Maharaj Parikshit heard that the fearful child killer Putana wandered through various villages killing children on the order of Kamsa, he was full of anxiety for Krishna. At the time, Sukadeva Goswami spoke this verse to relieve the king's anxiety. Sridhar Swami explains as follows. This verse was spoken by Sukadeva Goswami to the apprehensive Parikshit Maharaj to confirm that since Putana was engaged in sinful activities, she would certainly die. Places where the hearing and chanting of Krishna's names are not present are full of demonic influence, but wherever the Lord is present, there is no question of fear. In his Lagutoshani, Sri Jiva Goswami explains, after hearing that Putana was roaming about killing children, one may fearfully inquire, alas, what is the position of the other baby boys in Sri Nanda's village? Sri Sukadeva Goswami spoke this verse in answer to this question. If one indirectly hears and chants the names of Krishna in the course of performing one's occupational duties like sacrifices, then one can never be exploited by demonesses. And if one directly hears and chants the names of Krishna, then there is no question of any influence upon them. The word Sakata, or the Lord of the devotees, confirms that what to speak of the hearing and chanting of the holy name. Even hearing and chanting the names of his devotees destroy all the demonic influences. The demons exhibit their influence only in places where the Lord's name are not heard or chanted. The meaning of this verse can be as follows. One may raise a doubt, were all the children of that time killed by Putana or not? Were they killed or not? So the Goswami spoke this verse in answer to this question. The above purpose is applicable here. Other than the baby boys who heard and chanted Krishna's name, the Lord had Putana kill all of those who were averse to him and belonged to Kamsa's party. The foolishness of Kamsa is displayed in this incident. The rival of the wicked demon in Raja, in spite of the Lord's personal presence and the disturbance, there were only to nourish the Lord's pastimes, which gives pleasure to the entire world and increase the love and affection of the Vrajavasis headed by Shodha. These incidents are all arranged by Krishna's Leela Shakti or pleasure potencies. The word Leela Shakti here refers to one of the three principal energies in Vaikuntha and to Vrindadevi in Vrindavan. You have Shri, Bhu and Leela. In his Sararth Darshini, Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains as follows. This verse was spoken by Sukadeva Goswami to the anxious Parikshit Maharaj to confirm that since Putana was engaged in sinful activities, she would certainly die. Villages and cities where persons are engaged in fruitive activities that are fructified or unfructified and devoid of hearing and chanting the holy name of Lord, who is the Lord of the devotees, are influenced by the demonesses. Such demonesses cannot disturb a place where hearing and chanting about Krishna is the main activity. It is impossible for them to create any mischief where hearing and chanting about Krishna is the only activity. What then can be said about the place where Lord is personally present? So the question is answered Which children were killed by Putana? Those who were not interested in hearing and chanting. Now you will say how small children can understand. With their karmas, there is a karmic chart for everybody in the beginning itself. And now these children actually come from a sinful background. Their karmas are so sinful. They have the hatred for Krishna. It is in the form of a bija, because they are babies. Naturally, it is in the form of a bija. And such a type of puta, that such type of uh, atmosphere is also there for them. They are born in such simple houses also, where they don't have any chance for performing devotional service, and their karmic reactions are also very, very strong. They don't have that bhagya for sadhu sangha. So just see Kamsa, what foolishness he did. He destroyed his own team because they belong all to the Kamsa's team. Had he not sent Putana, then at least they may have some hope of having sadhu sangha. The sadhu sangha has the capacity to destroy even our karmic reaction. But because of Kamsa's foolishness and enviousness to Krishna, he destroyed his own team. That has been given. Amitora Dasa Prabhu Yate Kamara Rakhi Ba Apanetani Sakala Kamara. Oh Lord, I am a servant. Whatever I possess that belongs to you. So please preserve it. And this verse, preserve, comes. I remember. First Hare Krishna festival happened in 2007. At that time, there were hardly few devotees, like 4 or 5, with count in hands. But such a big festival to bring so many new people and big pandal program, practically it was costing 3 to 4 lakhs. And handful of people, what we do. So then I had, whatever we could, we had all contributed personally, but that still there was more required. And then somebody told me, Mataji, can we visit every shops and all? Yes. And I thought I'll go to LIC office. That manager of the LIC person, that manager spoke to me. He said, we don't have this culture of giving donations. I said, you should be. Because you have stolen our words. Yoga kshemam vaham. How can you preserve something when you yourself are not preserved? Everything is preserved by Krishna. You are also seeking protection. How is it that you are writing this statement? So you have to pay royalty to ISKCON. I don't know, he smiled and gave me 10,000 rupees check. The time 10,000 means it is like a lot of value. It's like equivalent to 30,000-40,000 of current value. So this Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham is only for Krishna. Many times you have experienced, anything loses, you just say Yoga Kshemam Vahamyam. If Krishna wants, he'll give it back. Krishna protects the devotees. Krishna protects and preserves the belongings of the devotees. And something is required, Krishna gives also. So that faith one should have in Krishna. The last words. Ataiva yata ache vignava sankata na asuta prabhu putrera nikata. O Lord, please do not allow any disturbances, any obstacles, or any danger to disturb my son. So in this way, with folded hands, he mata nirvadhi Mishra Jagannatha ekachitte vara mage vidhi hatha. So he was praying for Lord's mercy. Actually, devotees can pray for the mercy of the Lord. It's only devotees who protect it's only Krishna who protects the devotees. Akamo sarvakamo va mokshakama udarvihi tivrena bhakti yogena yajite purusha parama. There are people who don't come with any desire. There are people who come with desires. So now, when you're asking to Krishna, it is not materialistic desire. You're asking for the protection so that you can serve Krishna very nicely. So this verse, akamo is actually for those devotees who are asking for their protection, akamo, because they don't have any materialistic desire, they are asking for the protection so that they can serve Krishna nicely. You can ask for the protection of your family members who are very supportive for you in the devotional service. So asking the protection for the family members, asking the protection for yourself also is not that you are having any materialistic desire. You are asking the protection, you are asking the mercy. Because to whom will we ask the mercy? It is only to Krishna. So asking for the mercy is nothing but to serve Krishna more nicely. That can be done. Hare Krishna. So here I'll stop. Any questions you can ask.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Ha, Mataji, I have a question. You says that even if a devotee falls down from his position, Krishna protects him. You know? Suppose now the aparadha could be because of different reasons. Suppose knowingly and unknowingly. If suppose somebody does unknowingly Vaishnava aparadha, what will happen? And if suppose somebody does knowingly Vaishnava aparadha, then what will happen?
No radha. No bliss will be given, but still Krishna
Then still Krishna will protect somebody who does aparadha towards Vaishnavas knowingly.
Yeah. Protect means he will not allow that devotee to come out of devotional path. He will be there in the devotional path, like Putana dealt with Krishna. And before that, in the previous life, when she saw Vamana, she was very happy. So somewhere she had the happiness, but then when she saw Vamana binding her father, at that time she had the desire to kill. So both the sentiments are there. So Krishna never forgets, even if a small thing is done. He will be again made to do. So now Putana, she is not directly serving Krishna, but she sees others serving Krishna. So naturally that punishment is given. Direct service, direct bliss, because where you will be experiencing bliss when you are in direct service. So you become only an observer. You are not directly involved. You just come like a guest. Just imagine you go like a guest in your mother's house. Your mother is not allowing you to touch anything. What is that? It is not, though it looks like a care, it is actually a punishment. Mother allows, but mother is not allowing you to enter the kitchen at all. So it is actually a punishment. So aparadha vrittis are given punishment in their own way. Krishna allows to come, but will not give any personal service. So the bliss to be experienced is not there for the devotees who are having such hatred and enviousness towards Krishna, towards Krishna's devotees.
Okay.
Okay. Satyadev Prabhu?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. The same question, Mataji. If one indirectly hears and chants the names of Krishna. So here you have discussed about indirect hearing and chanting and direct hearing and chanting. So what would be this indirect hearing and chanting? Same thing what you said just now?
Yeah.
That is observation?
Yeah.
The next question, Mataji.
Not able to chant properly, not able to attentively chant, not able to experience the bliss. Aparadha vrittis, it starts with that only, it also has the same effect on. What is the reason for aparadha vritti? Not attentive chanting. What will be the result of aparadhas? Again, same thing. Not experiencing the bliss. Consequences.
Next question, two questions, small ones. Maya is external potency. Then you said demigods, they are giving obstacles to test their devotee. So what is the potency of the demigod? They are marginal potency or external potency?
External potency, na? They are all coming in Devi Maya, na?
Demigods.
Durgaji, na? Durgaji is external potency, demigods. He's the head.
The head. So all demigods will be external potency. Nice answer. And the last question, you talked about the Kamsa destroys his own team. Very powerful statement you said. Kamsa destroys his own team. And the team you referred to was the sons who had not heard or chanted names of Krishna. But don't you think that these were small children and they could have lived more and they could have got an opportunity for direct?
So they got the head like Kamsana. They could have got, but they have got Kamsa. So that is why the puta what they have got is a very terrific puta. The paraphernalia, persons like Kamsa. They don't want the children to take up devotional service, simple. They don't want the dependents to take devotional service.
Yeah, but you said that Kamsa destroyed his own team. That means these are also like Kamsa's only because they had neither a carry
Not
forward.
necessarily. Prahlad is there in the family of Hiranyakashipu.
I'm talking about the children killed by Krishna.
Prahlad is a child. But he has been blessed by Narada.
Kaya.
Hmm.
Hare Krishna.
Yes. Okay, here we start. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram Ram.